Good morning. I'd like to call this meeting of the House Energy Committee to order. Nick, please take the roll.
Chair Fiedler,
Here.
Representative Boyd,
On leave.
Representative Brown,
On leave.
Representative Serrato, Representative Davidson,
On leave.
Representative Donahue,
Leave.
Representative Friel, Representative Dural,
On leave.
Representative Inglis, Representative McAndrew,
On leave.
Representative Pielli,
Here.
Representative Rusnak,
Here.
Representative Steele, Representative Venkat,
Here.
Designation. Thank you.
Chair Causer,
Here.
Representative Armanini,
Here.
Representative Barton,
I'm here.
Representative Cook,
Present.
Representative Ham,
Designation. Oh, he's here.
here. Representative Kale,
Designation.
Representative Kephart,
Designation.
Representative Mihalik,
Designation.
Representative Rapp, Representative Stambaugh,
Here.
Representative Warner,
Designation.
Representative Williams.
Designation.
You do have a quorum.
Thank you, Nick. And to be clear, when I said on leave for the Democratic members who are not physically present in this room, I meant designation. Apologies. Thank you, Nick. First up is the consideration of House Bill 660, printers number 620, sponsored by Representative Jennifer O'Mara. Is there a motion to consider the bill? Rep. Jarrell? Is there a second? Representative Serrato. Steve, please explain the bill.
House Bill 660, printers number 620, establishes energy efficiency and water conservation standards for certain appliances sold in Pennsylvania which do not currently fall under other state or federal standards.
Thank you, Steve. I will be offering Amendment A00093. Steve, if you would please explain the amendment.
Amendment A00093 allows product manufacturers to meet the compliance requirements by placing the product on a nationwide database, which is searchable by model number and includes information on the product and its compliance with the bill's efficiency standards.
Thank you, Steve. Is there a motion to adopt the amendment? Representative Steele, thank you. And a second, Representative Venkat, thank you. Is there any discussion on the amendment? Chair Causer?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, I have a number of concerns, as I expressed in the public hearing that we had on this bill with the bill itself, but I have no objections to the amendment.
Great, thank you. Are there any negative votes on the amendment? Hearing none, Amendment A00093 is amended into the bill. Next up on the bill, I would like to invite Representative O'Mara, the prime sponsor of House Bill 660, to speak on the bill. Representative O'Mara, welcome to the committee, and the floor is yours.
Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. And I want to start by thanking Chair Fiedler and Chair Causer for calling this meeting today and moving House Bill 660 for a vote. Thank you to all the committee members for your engagement both today and during the informational hearing. While I did have technical issues, ironically, on an energy bill, I listened to the entire thing and really appreciated all of the comments and back and forth. So this is a bill that I have been working on since 2019, originally with former Representative Wendy Thomas, now with current Representative Tom Mahaffey. House Bill 660 will encourage the installation of energy and water saving products These products are already widely available and competitively priced, and in all cases, multiple efficient products are already available, ensuring there is market competition. If this bill is signed into law, it will do a number of positive things for Pennsylvanians, including saving businesses and consumers almost $500 million on their utility bills by 2040, conserving more than 13 billion gallons of water by 2040, and also reducing air pollution and reducing emissions, which will bring about positive changes when we are dealing with an ever-changing climate. This bill is supported by the American Lung Association because of the improvements that it will make on public health and saving money on healthcare costs. I know there were some concerns that were brought up during the hearing, one of them being that this is a mandate and products will be more expensive. I just want to reiterate that this bill will not force anyone to replace their existing appliances. No one is going to be coming into your store and checking to see if you have these appliances. It will not take away gas stoves, just want to reiterate that. And it will not affect the used appliance market, which was something that many of our restaurant owners were really concerned about because many of them shop in auctions for some products that are on this list, and we ensured that it will not impact that market. Last session, I actually met with many small business owners, most of them being restaurants, and ultimately through the Pennsylvania Restaurant Lodging Association last session, they remained neutral on the bill because the business owners recognized that any offset cost of perhaps a more expensive appliance would be offset by the savings that they will see on their utilities. We also worked really hard to compromise on this legislation. Through the last two sessions, we've narrowed down the list of appliances that are included, and we changed the way the bill was drafted so further appliances could not be added by ERC. They can promulgate how a specific appliance may be regulated if it's already included in our bill, but they do not have the authority to add any new appliances based on updates that may be recommended. What this bill will do is conserve energy, save consumers money on their utility bills, and give consumers peace of mind when shopping that each product they are purchasing meets these energy efficiency standards. During the hearing, the member from Delaware County, who's not present today, talked about an analogy with car seats. As an expecting mom, I really appreciated that because when I shop for things like car seats, I don't necessarily have the time to check to make sure they're meeting all of the safety standards, but if they're on the shelf, they do. And that's what we're intending to do with meeting energy efficiency requirements. You'll also know that many of your home appliances already do this. You see the blue star on your dishwasher, on your refrigerator. It's because it is meeting an energy efficiency requirement that was already placed. Unfortunately, I know another concern was brought up is waiting for the federal government to do it. With so much uncertainty happening in our federal government, it is my opinion that we cannot wait for the federal government to do things all the time. It's our job as state elected officials to take action, and that is why 13 other states have already moved to do this, and I think Pennsylvania should be the 14th. At a time when both energy demand and energy prices are rising, as someone paying PECO and Aqua bills, I feel those rate increases hard right now. I encourage members of this committee to consider the merits of this legislation and how much it will help your constituents. Again, thank you for considering this legislation, and I encourage you to vote yes on House Bill 660. And apologies, I can't stay. I have a conflicting event at the same time, but really wanted to be here, and thank you all for your consideration.
Thank you, Representative O'Meara, and thank you for being here. On the bill, is there any discussion? Chair Causer?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, as I expressed in the hearing that we had on this bill, there are a number of concerns that have been expressed about the fact that this is a huge mandate. It gives significant power to the Environmental Quality Board to write regulations in this regard. It would increase cost on consumers for a product that, as the prime sponsor stated, is already available if consumers want to purchase it. So I don't think we need to do this mandate. It is an issue that's more appropriately dealt with by the federal government. It would have a significant impact on small business, and that's why the organizations that represent small business, including the National Federation of Independent Business and also the Pennsylvania Chamber, both oppose the bill, and I ask for a negative vote on the bill.
Thank you, Chairman, for your comments. I did just want to add that at a time when energy demand is rising, and of course utility bills are on everyone's mind in all of our districts, and they are going up, I think it's important for us to advance practical measures like this one that reduce costs for consumers. I believe this legislation is targeted in a good way that creates standards only when there are multiple products on the market that would meet the standard, and there is available market data that would confirm the savings. That's why this bill is supported by leading consumer groups, including the Consumer Federation of America and Consumer Reports. It's also why the PA Restaurant and Lodging Association is neutral, because they know, I believe, that this will not hurt business. With that, I'm going to call the roll. Are there... We'd like to do a roll call. Nick, please take the roll.
Chair Fiedler,
Yes.
Representative Boyd,
Designation, yes.
Representative Brown,
Designation, yes.
Representative Serrato,
Yes.
Representative Davidson,
Designation, yes.
Representative Donahue, Representative Friel, Representative Giral, Representative Inglis,
Yes.
Representative McAndrew,
Aye.
Representative Pielli,
Yes.
Representative Rusnak, Representative Steele, Representative Venkat,
Yes.
Chair Causer,
No.
Representative Armanini, Representative Barton, Representative Cook, Representative Ham,
No.
Representative Kale,
No.
Representative Kephart,
No.
Representative Mihalik,
No.
Representative Rapp, Representative Stambaugh,
No.
Representative Warner,
No.
Representative Williams.
No.
The bill passes by a vote of 14 to 12.
Thank you. And with that, House Bill 660, printers number 620, is reported from the House Energy Committee as amended. The next and final order of business for today is House Bill 362, printers number 375, sponsored by myself. Is there a motion to consider the bill? Rep. Serrato. And a second? Sorry, Rep. McAndrew was quicker. Apologies. Rep. McAndrew seconds. Steve, please explain the bill.
House Bill 362, printers number 375, authorizes the Pennsylvania Energy Development Authority to distribute federal funding for the Pennsylvania Solar for All program.
Is there any discussion on the bill? No? Okay. Okay. We'll go with Rep. Giral and then Chairman Rapp.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I would like to applaud the maker of this bill for bringing this in front of the committee. When I talk to folks in my district, I talk about the need for jobs and good careers. I think we could all acknowledge that solar installation is a growing field, that solar energy is going to continue to be part of Pennsylvania's energy future. I note that the building trades support this bill. The program includes $8 million in workforce development and training so that we could move Pennsylvanians will be able to work in the growing industry. And just from a practical point of view, this money we accept is going to be put Pennsylvania's work right now. Given the recession we could be facing around the corner, we wouldn't be able to accept these funds and inject them into money into the economy. Thank you.
Thank you, Representative. Chairwoman Rapp.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I am in opposition of this bill, and I understand the side of accepting federal funds, although I think the federal funds could definitely be kind of up in the air at this point, so I don't think that's a surety. And if we have received some federal funds, I don't think there's a guarantee out there that we're going to receive any more. However, one of my biggest reasons is, and I don't oppose anyone who wants to put solar on their rooftop or anything like that to help with utility bills. If you think that that's a good use of your money, then anybody has a right to put solar in their on their home. However, I have had a huge concern about the use of solar and the expansion of solar panels across this state. I've brought up this issue for several sessions now. We have no plan in Pennsylvania for decommissioning of solar panels. And though the industry says and states that the solar panels will last 10, 20, 30 years or even beyond, I think that there are instances where solar panels do not last near as long as manufacturers say that they will in some circumstances. Where I live in the northwest corner, so with the snow and the ice and the weather that we have, I don't think it's really that feasible for many of my constituents to invest in solar. But if they choose to do so, that's their choice as property owners. But the biggest problem I have with the solar industry as well as the wind industry is the decommissioning. If you don't know, Pennsylvania is one of the leading states in importing garbage in the state of Pennsylvania. When I first came here and Secretary McGinty was the Secretary of DEP, it was a huge issue. So, but it still remains that we are a big importer of garbage. And I was also here when we decided that we would no longer be able to put a TV at the curbside, that there was special ways that we have to go about as TV owners to dispose of TV and anything electronic. So I do believe that this state and any other state, because of the contents of solar panels, should have a decommissioning plan at the end of a solar panel's life to dispose of solar panels. And as of now, it doesn't exist. DEP and the environmental groups who I would think would be out front leading on this issue are silent. And until we come to the point where we have a plan of disposal for solar panels, wind blades, wind towers, I know it's been said, well, we can just ship them overseas when their life cycle is ended. I think that is totally irresponsible of our nation to ship these panels elsewhere to be somebody else's problem. I think with technology, our entrepreneurs will be able to come up hopefully with a solution to maybe strip the panels of the components that can be recycled. But until Pennsylvania comes up with a plan for decommissioning of solar panels and wind blades and wind towers, instead of shipping them off to a western state to be buried, I am opposing this bill. But at the same time, if property owners want to put solar panels on your rooftop, go right ahead. But I don't think that this is a good use of Pennsylvania funds, whether it's grant money or straight from the taxpayer, until there is a plan to dispose responsibly of solar panels. Thank you, Madam, for giving me so much time, but I will be a no.
Thank you, Chairwoman. Representative Steele?
Thank you, Chair. I think we can all agree that times are tough for a lot of families. Right now, as the mother of a family of 6, the grocery store is a little bit rough right now in the checkout aisle. We've all seen people coming into our offices who are on the verge of having their electricity shut off, and they're looking for help with LIHEAP. And we've got to be looking for ways to help those people. That's our responsibility as representative for our districts. It's true that the Solar for All program isn't alone going to solve all of our energy problems, but it is going to make a difference for so many low-income Pennsylvanians. PETA estimates that the average participating household will save several $100s a year. That is something. I hope we do right by our low-income constituents and authorize this program. I am a strong yes vote on this excellent bill. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Representative. Any other comments? Mr. Chairman?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I guess my comments are surrounding the fact that I don't have a problem, like Representative Rapp also stated, I don't have a problem if somebody wants to put solar panels on their structure, on their property, but I do have a problem with the taxpayers paying for it. And I realize that folks say, well, this is federal money, but it's still coming out of taxpayer dollars. It doesn't matter which pocket it's coming out of. It's still us paying for it. And so my concern is we as taxpayers are paying for certain folks to have solar panels on their property, and I don't think that's appropriate. So if you want solar, you pay for it. Don't require me to pay for it. So I will oppose the bill. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. We all have different opinions about how the federal government should use funds collected by taxpayers. And I think that this use, installation of solar and low-income homeowners, is a very valid one. Back in 2022, the federal government appropriated $7 billion for low-income residential solar for all programs, with 44 state governments applying for the funding. And as you've heard, our state's Energy Financing Authority, PETA, wisely applying for a grant that was awarded $156 million. That is a tremendous sum of money. The choice before us today is whether we should accept $156 million and have PETA create a program that will lower utility bills for our constituents back home, or if we should return the money. The funds are under contract, and we cannot use the money for anything else. I believe this program will benefit our constituents, and I encourage members of the committee to authorize the program and to accept this tremendous sum of money that can make such a difference for all of our constituents. With that, let's please call the roll.
Chair Fiedler,
Yes.
Representative Boyd,
Designation, yes.
Representative Brown,
Designation, yes.
Representative Serrato, Representative Davidson,
Designation, yes.
Representative Donahue, Representative Friel, Representative Giral, Representative Inglis, Representative McAndrew,
Aye.
Representative Pielli,
Yes.
Representative Rusnak, Representative Steele, Representative Venkat,
Yes.
Chair Causer,
No.
Representative Armanini, Representative Barton, Representative Cook, Representative Ham,
No.
Representative Kale,
Designation, no.
Representative Kephart,
Designation, no.
Representative Mihalik,
Designation, no.
Representative Rapp, Representative Stambaugh,
No.
Representative Warner,
Designation, no.
Representative Williams.
Designation, yes.
The bill passes by a vote of 15 to 11.
Thank you. House Bill 362, printers number 375, is reported from the House Energy Committee. And if there's no further business, this voting meeting is adjourned. Thank you.